Hi everyone, I'm Ivona and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing stretching Pilates routine for the lower body. So if you tend to have really tight lower back, that might be because your hamstrings are a little bit too tight, or you might feel a stiffness around your hips. So I designed these stretches to help you loosen these muscles up. You're gonna need a band for this one, so I'm using a resistance band. If you don't have a band at hand, you can also use a kitchen towel, old hoodie, or maybe a yoga belt, or just a normal belt. Okay, so let's begin lying down on your back. We're gonna hook the right foot inside the band. Left leg is nice and straight, and the left foot is underneath your left hip. Now, your right leg is gonna be in a right angle, so the knee is over the hip, and you have that little curve here underneath your lower back. So try not to flatten the lower back into the floor, but try to create a natural curve in the lower spine. And then you're gonna take a nice inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale, you're just gonna extend your leg up to the ceiling, really feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. If your leg is really tight, you don't need to straighten the leg completely. You can keep the back of the knee a little bit soft. And then inhale, we're gonna bend the knee. So we got exhale to extend your leg up, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg, and inhale to bend. Let's do that twice more. Exhale, extend, and then inhale. And one more time, extend, and we're just gonna hold it here. So make sure you're still in neutral spine, meaning that you have that little curve in the lower back. Try not to compress your lower spine. Inhale as you exhale, just draw a circle with that right leg. And then bring it back to the center. And again, so we're gonna exhale to circle. And bring it back to the center. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, circle. Inhale. And just check your hips. As you circle your leg, your hips should stay nice and still. And we got one more circle. Good, we're gonna come back to the center and we change direction. We circle around for 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And then we're going to come back to the center. Pull the leg a little bit closer to the chest if you can. And then hold the band with your left hand. You can relax your right arm by your side. And then we're going to keep that right buttock cheek down. We're just going to take your right leg over to the left, so across the body. And you're going to feel the stretch into the glute, maybe the side of the leg, maybe the side of your calf. And we're just going to hold and breathe. We got breath in, breath out, breathing out all the tension. Breath in, exhale. Good, we got one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good, we're gonna come back to the center. Just bend your knee. Hold the band a little bit shorter and then bring your shin in. So the shin is now parallel to the ceiling. You're gonna really flex your foot and you're just gonna hold this stretch. So now the stretch, you should feel the stretch a little bit more into your glute. If you're really flexible, you can hold on to the foot with your left hand. And we're just gonna stay here and breathe. Make sure you're not pulling on your foot. Try to really thinking about keeping the outside edge of your foot really engaged. Breathing deeply into your tummy. You might start to feel that the leg starts to shake a little bit, which is a good thing. That means that the muscles are stretching and they're working. Let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out. We're going to come back to the center. Now grab the band again. Extend the leg up. Hold the band with your right hand. Press your left hip down to the floor. Rotate your right knee away from you and then open your right leg out to the side. And you want to make sure your hips are leveled here. You don't want to be tilting your pelvis to the right side. So both hips leveled. Right leg opens out to the side. Of course, if you're flexible, you can go out a little bit more. You can bring your leg towards the chest a little bit more. Make sure both waistlines are equally long. Let's breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. And make sure you still have that little curve in the lower back. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And exhale, come back to the center. Hold the band in each hand and then step the left foot in. Release your right leg down. Just have a look, make sure that the foot is underneath your right hip. We're gonna bend your left knee into that right angle. So knee over the hip, little curve in the lower back. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, extend your leg up to the ceiling. And inhale to bend your knee. And exhale, extend your leg up. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If your leg is stiff, you can keep the back of the knee a little bit bent. Let's go for 3 more. And 2. And 1. We're just going to hold it here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to circle for 1. And exhale, circle for 2. Making sure your hips are staying leveled. Exhale, circle for 5. And we're going to pause in the center and change direction. Circle for 1. And circle for 2. And 3. And 4. We got one last one. Circle for 5. Pause in the center. Hold the band with your right hand. Guide your left leg over to the right. Keep your foot flexed. Keep your left buttock cheek down on the ground. And just breathe into the stretch. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go a little bit deeper into the stretch. One more breath. And we exhale. Good, we're gonna bend your knee. Hold the band a little bit shorter now. Bring that shin in. Flex your foot and make sure the shin is parallel to the ceiling. Hold this stretch. If you want to, if you're flexible enough, you can grab the foot with your hand. And we're just gonna hold and breathe. You should feel a deeper stretch into the glute area. Let's take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. We're going to come back to the center, extend your leg up. Hold the band with your left hand now. Rotate your leg out so the knee is turning away from the midline. And then open your left leg out to the side, but make sure the right hip and right side of the pelvis is staying down on the ground. So your hips should be leveled. Just breathe into the stretch. Of course, you can go a little bit further down, but just my leg feels a bit stiff today, so I'm just going to stay here. But if you're flexible, go further down. Both waistlines should be equally long. You don't want to have one side longer or shorter than the other. Lower ribs should be drawn in. Make sure you're not arching your back. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then we're going to come back to the center. Beautiful. We're going to step the right foot in. So both legs are up. Flex your feet. Inhale. As you exhale, just start to rock your pelvis from side to side. Just massaging that sacrum. Keeping your legs nice and straight. And let's just do one more. Back to the center. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, slowly lower the legs all the way down to the mat. Good, and then you can let go of the band or the belt, hug your knees to your chest, just give your lower back a nice stretch. Take a breath in and breath out. Good, and we're gonna roll over onto your belly now, and we're gonna stretch the front of the thighs. So I want you to press your hips down into the floor, then bend your left knee, grab the left foot, and then try to draw that left heel to your sit bone. And just hold it there and breathe. You should feel a stretch in front of your left thigh. Make sure the knee is not sticking out to the side, so the knee is directly underneath your hip. And more you can press the pubic bone down into the floor, deeper the stretch for the thigh. If you can lift the knee off the ground, great, you can do so. If you can't, don't give yourself a hard time. Just connect to your breath and enjoy the stretch. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And exhale. Good. We're going to release. We switch right heel to your buttock cheek. Press the pubic bone down into the floor. And just breathe there. Inhale into your lower tummy. Exhale, breathing out all the tension. Maybe you can try to lift the right knee off the ground for a deeper stretch. Good, and then we're going to release. Just rock your hips from side to side for a moment. And let's do both legs together. So just bend your knees, grab the ankles. Make sure the knees aren't sticking out to the side. Keep your knees parallel to each other. And then you can stay here and just feel the stretch. Or if you're feeling flexible, you can start to lift your chest up and lifting your thighs off the floor. You're going to feel a deep stretch probably into the lower back, or maybe thighs, maybe shoulders. You can look forward or you can draw your chin to the chest and look down. Breathe deeply into the lower tummy. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, release, and just rock your hips from side to side. Good, and then you're going to bend your right knee, lift the right thigh off the floor, and then lean your right leg over to the left. But make sure the belly button is still looking down to the floor and your head is centered. And so we're going to stretch the back and the front of the hip. Just hold and breathe into the back. Stretching out your hip flexors. I really love this stretch because it really gets into my back. So just make sure you can breathe easily here. Take one more breath. We're going to release, and let's try the other side. So we're going to bend your left knee. We're going to go up and over. Make sure the belly button is still pointing down towards the mat. Head centered. And just enjoy the stretch. The leg is up in the air. The big toe doesn't touch the floor. And just breathe into the back. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Good, and then you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up and just take a quick child's pose. Stretch through the arms, relax your head down to the floor. And then we're going to slide your hands to your knees, roll your spine up. And then we're going to sit on your sit bones. Now, if your hips feeling really, really stiff and your knees are here and your back is rounded, I want you to sit up on a couple of books, or if you have a block, yoga block nearby, just go and grab it. We're gonna bring your right leg over your left leg, knees on top of each other. Your spine's gonna be nice and straight, so you're gonna inhale. And then as you exhale, you're gonna walk your hands forward. So you're gonna feel a nice stretch in, I feel it more in my front of the hip. Now, if this stretch is way too much for you, you can always cross your ankles and just go forward like that, sitting in a cross-legged position instead. So choose your own level. Let's take one more deep breath in. Good, release, uncross the legs, and then cross the legs the other way, left knee on top, and then hinge forward from the hips. Spine is nice and straight, don't round your back. And again, if it's too much, you can always sit in a cross-legged position, so don't force anything. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And then exhale. Good. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Draw the heels towards your pubic bone quite a bit. So you're going to feel a stretch hopefully in your inner thighs. And then just walk your hands forward. And you're going to feel a stretch in your groin and your inner thighs. And then just breathe there. Good, we got one more breath. And then slowly come out. And we're gonna finish off sitting in a cross-legged position. Interlace the fingers, reach the arms up to the ceiling, elongating the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna do a little side bend to one side. Inhale to come up. And then exhale, side bend to the other side. Good. And then come up, press your arms back, look up to the ceiling, inhale. And then as you exhale, roll the wrist and relax the arms. Good guys, so I hope you enjoy this short, quick, lower body stretching routine. If you did, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a lovely day and I will see you in the next video. Bye!